remember we have quite a few jobs to get done. Does anyone remember what our rules are in Writer's Workshop? We have different rules in Writer's Workshop than we do in our classroom, but our rules for Writer's Workshop fit these rules. What's one of them, Sahara? We work really, really hard in Writer's Workshop, so that means we write for the whole time. What's another rule you keep? We try our best, so we work really hard in Writer's Workshop. Another rule is that we work quietly. We also have quiet feet during Writer's Workshop. And the last one that we learned so far, remember because there's 5, but one of them is covered up. The last one we learned so far is to put away our things properly. Okay? Maya, excellent job showing me that you're ready for Writer's Workshop. Elise, thank you for sitting on the benches properly. You're showing me you're ready for Writer's Workshop. Friends on the floor, you may join me by moving closer because we start Writer's Workshop with our read aloud. The story I wanted to share with you today is called The Relatives Came. The relatives about next summer. I wonder if they were dreaming about next summer. I see Samara was showing me this. Samara, do you think you know why they were dreaming about next summer?
Them coming to their house and doing the same thing.
Tap your nose if you've ever had relatives come to your house. Tap on your ear if you've ever gone to a relative's house, whether it was a cousin or a grandma, maybe an aunt or an uncle's house. I've done both, and I see Peter's done both too. It's kind of tricky doing both of these, but this way I can see that you've all done all of these things. Awesome job. Thank you for doing it in the level 0, Jelani. Alright, so this story had a beginning, a middle, and an end. What was the beginning of this story? Taylor. They had to drive to the relative's house. What happened in the middle of this story, Medina? They spent a couple weeks. They laughed. They ate. They hugged. And what happened at the end of the story, Jasmine?
You said a word.
What do you say then?
Couple.
So they spent weeks at the relative's house, and then what happened at the end? What happened at the end of the story? Justin, do you remember? Yeah, they went home. Pretty awesome. So this was a small moment story. In Writer's Workshop, we're all going to be writing small moment stories. But we have to find out what a small moment story is. And on my next page here, I have that written out for you. So, small moments. This is a great big moment, right? So I'm going to write that. Big moment. What is my big moment? Mark? A watermelon is a big moment. Now, I have a slice of my watermelon. This is a smaller moment. And then I have the seeds from a watermelon. That is a small moment. Now, what does that mean? Let's take a look. So, a big moment could be, in the winter, there was snow on the ground. That's a big moment. A smaller moment that matches that, right, because it's purple still, A smaller moment that matches snow in the winter could be that. Sasha, sit down. Sit down. You don't need it. Be honest, right? A smaller moment is they went outside to play in the snow. That's a smaller moment about snow on the ground. Can you take a break from me? Another smaller moment could be I drank hot chocolate. That might have happened on a snowy day in the winter. But I can even tell you about a smaller moment. The small moment from that day was I went sledding when I was playing outside. Or, ouch, I burned my tongue when I was drinking hot chocolate and I had to go to the hospital. Another small moment story could come from this big moment. So this big moment, written in orange, says, I went to school. Okay, so that's a big moment. That's a big watermelon. Well, if I take a slice from that watermelon, when I went to school, I went to gym that day. If I want to even pull out a smaller moment, I could say that when I went to gym that day, I was the first person to cross the finish line. Or you could say, I was the hula hoop king. Okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to think of big moments in our life, and we're going to try to make them smaller until they are small moment stories. Okay? Now, that's just a picture. A picture doesn't always teach us everything. Let's take a look. This is a big moment. Big moment. This was the day it was raining outside. Ugh. Inside that day, inside that big moment, I'm looking at it, and you know me, I have magic eyes. I'm looking at that day that it was rainy outside. Wow, I see so many different moments in there. But a small moment story is only about one small moment. So, I have to get smaller. Okay. Well, this is smaller. It is leaking, because remember what Mosaib said, it's going to be a super juicy treat. So this is a smaller moment, right? Smaller. So on that rainy day, this chunk was when I went to the movies, right? This is the big day when it was raining outside. This piece right here is a smaller moment. And this was when I went to the movies on a rainy day. But guess what? When I went to the movies, guess what happened? I ate popcorn, and I choked on the popcorn. And they had to stop the movie. And when they stopped the movie, everyone said, boo. And I felt really bad. That's what I found. Thank you so much, Ayana, for doing it in the level 0. Oh my goodness. This tiny, tiny seed is my small moment. In this seed, it tells about the time when I went to the movies and I choked on popcorn and I had to leave the movies because they booed me out. But guess what? This small moment, although it's kind of silly, is a true story. It really happened. Okay? So small moment stories are very tiny, right? It just zooms in on one thing, but it's a true story. Could this watermelon have lots and small moments? Tons, right? This watermelon probably has tons of seeds. But you guys are just going to choose one to write down. Now, in Writer's Workshop today, I printed this out for you. Guess what? We have a picture of